Imagine being attacked not because of what you did, but instead because of where you're from. Now imagine that happening in your own continent, not across the ocean, not across races, but within Africa itself. What we are seeing in South Africa right now isn't just violence, it's a warning sign.
People, everyone is basically, well, you can see, Stephen, there are the visuals. A number of taxis, well, seems like there are some of them, not just taxis, but private owned businesses burning up in flames. Now, this is where they had actually told us to turn back or to switch off the cameras.
And Sipa, I mean, to set a car alight like that, it's actually quite a hard thing to do. They're designed not to catch a light like this, so this is quite extreme, what we're seeing here, these vehicles alight in this way. Utterly extraordinary what we're seeing. You can hear the crackling as well in the background. Gosh.
Oh yes, Stephen, you can hear the crackling. We just want to move a bit away so we're at a safe distance, because remember, these are cars that had petrol, these are cars that have engines, so they might just blow up. So we want to be at a safe distance should that happen. Now, to tell you that on the other side of the street, we see where the crowd had actually fallen back to. Majority of the crowd is now onlooking towards a certain area of the CBD, and that particular area, that's where you'd find the butcheries, and those are mostly foreign nationals that are Islamic. Like I said, that even the masjid here has actually been vandalized, kicking down the gates of the masjid. But most of the people, or most of the businesses or the business owners, actually took cover inside the masjid, and they closed the gates shortly before the crowds started to come in. Now I can see some of them coming out, foreign nationals here, and the business owners coming out, crying, hands on their heads, seeing the extent of damage to their vehicles. Most of them, of course, these could be delivery vehicles for some of them that they use. And we're seeing one bakkie up ahead, which is actually one of a delivery one that they see. Let me see if I can speak to one of them. Hi, sir, come this side. Come this side, sir. Okay, he says he's running away because all these cars have petrol.
Oh, natula bapemusha
In the first video, we see vehicles and businesses being burned, targeted specifically at foreign nationals. And this isn't random. It's tied to anger over something symbolic, a Nigerian traditional leader being installed in South Africa. In the second video, it gets more disturbing. A man is beaten simply because he's suspected of being a foreigner. No trial, no evidence, just accusation and violence. And this is where things get complicated. Some people in South Africa are saying this is not xenophobia. This is law for our country. Others are saying foreigners have the right to defend themselves. And then outside voices are reacting emotionally as well. Send South Africans back home. That's what they're saying. Treat them the same way. Do you see what's happening here? Violence is now breeding more and more and more division. Let's take a look at some history of xenophobia in South Africa, because this didn't start today. In 2008, over 60 people were killed and thousands were displaced due to xenophobia. In 2015 and 2019, there were repeated attacks of xenophobia targeting Nigerians, Zimbabweans, and Somalians, and this included looting, burning, and mob violence. Now, why is this happening? The fourth reason why this is happening, according to South Africans, is unemployment crisis. South African unemployment approximates 30% plus. Youth unemployment is over 50%. The second reason is economic frustration. South Africans believe that foreigners are taking their jobs and also running big businesses in their countries. The third reason is inequality after apartheid. The end of apartheid didn't end poverty. Many felt left behind because they didn't get what they believed they deserved. The fourth reason on why xenophobia is happening in South Africa is due to weak government and policing gaps. There's been slow response to mob violence, and there's been lack of accountability, which has constantly fueled repetition of mob violence and xenophobia. So now what happens? People don't fight the system, they fight each other when all of this keeps happening. So when people say this is not xenophobia, it's patriotism, that's where it becomes extremely dangerous, because history has shown us when violence is justified as protection, it escalates into something uncontrollable. Today it's foreigners, tomorrow it could be anyone. This is the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. This is not about race in the traditional sense. This is black people targeting other black people in their own country. And that exposes something deeper. It exposes identity crisis, economic survival, and fear of scarcity, because when people feel like there's not enough, they start fighting whoever is the closest. Now, from a spiritual perspective, this is even more serious because the Bible is clear. And if you've been attending some of the Bible discussions that we've been having on the live session, you can all tell that the Bible clearly states that we should not oppress foreigners. It's a rule in the Bible. It's a rule in the Bible that's stated in multiple areas of the Bible. The Bible says you shall not oppress a foreigner, for once you were also a foreigner. Because at some point, every one of us becomes a stranger somewhere. So the question is, what kind of world are we creating when we treat others like enemies? And now, seeing the ripple effects, other African countries are saying if South Africans come here, we should treat them the same. That's how cycles of violence begin. And once it starts, it doesn't stop at the borders. Now, I believe strongly in the Bible, and I believe the Bible says a house divided against itself cannot stand. And right now, Africa is showing cracks from within. This isn't just South Africa's problem. This is a continental warning. Because if we keep choosing division over understanding, we won't need outsiders to break us. We will do it ourselves. So guys, let us know in the comment section, do you think this is an act of patriotism or something even much more deeper like fear and survival? Let us know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and stay blessed.